facts.
Aw.
Facts.
To have our very first guest
Yes.
in our show.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
This
because
is
this is
the
what I love.
queen. Yes.
This is what I love.
And
I'm
for-
not the social media stuff. Real life, real people right here.
That's right.
That's what I like.
One on one.
That's right. Thank you for being a part of this.
Yeah,
today.
thanks
Yeah,
for
yeah.
having
Thank you guys.
Yeah, no,
we're the ones that's honored.
The feeling is mutual, guys.
And-
It really
Yeah.
is. It really is.
Thank
And I love that.
Edwin y Paul no tienen social media, so ya eso
Yeah.
tienen en común.
My guy.
Y tenemos, y somos Boston
Sí,
fans.
sí, mira, Boston aquí,
Ay,
Boston en los
ay,
zapatos.
This is where the winning team.
Look it up. Fight me in the comments.
Right.
Ya. Ajá. So, vamos a hacer tremendo equipo. Tremendo combo que tenemos
Yeah,
aquí.
oh
hoy.
yeah, oh
Women
yeah.
against men, and you know,
That's right.
women always win.
You know who's gonna win.
Just saying. We know the stronger versions.
Yeah, they know it too. They just in denial. So, Veronica and Paul are the co-founders of Visionary Youth, as you can see here in their beautiful logo, by the way.
Yeah, I
Thank
know.
you very much.
We need one of those.
You need to
Yeah, put
notice
our-
the details.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they all have meaning.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about their nonprofit. Yes. And we'll have a few questions for them. So if you're in Connecticut, because we have a lot of people that watch from Puerto Rico.
Oh, hola.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
¿cómo
Yeah.
está?
I'm from Gurabo, so
La
if
isla
I
del
get
encanto.
Gurabo.
Hey.
La isla del encanto.
Where you from,
Hey.
baby?
Huh?
Mi mamá de Junco, mi papá de Arroyo.
Hey, Arroyo.
No, que
Yes,
Arroyo.
yo soy de Yabucoa.
Yo
Mi
también.
papá es de Patilla y Edwin
Yo
es de
también, pero
Yabucoa. Edwin es de
yo
Yabucoa.
nací en Humacao.
En Humacao, sí. ¿Dónde no?
Los de la H parecen.
Okay. Ya. Ay, señor. So this is what we do. Everybody knows that this is who we are.
Yeah.
We're just down to earth,
That's it.
family oriented, and community oriented. So
Regular, we
this
regular.
This is so we're here to learn more about their mission,
Yes.
their beautiful organization. So if you can tell us how this came about.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Tell us all about Visionary Youth.
So, I'm the talker, and then once he gets going, he starts talking.
Yeah.
So,
We have all night.
Yeah, we got all
There's
night.
no timing here.
Right,
Right.
no time.
so Visionary Youth came about around November. We were picking up Thanksgiving boxes with an organization I've been collaborating with for over 8 years, and we were just doing it just to do it, just to give back to the community. That's something that we both had in common, and mind you, this is last year, so it's 2025.
Yeah.
We go pick up the boxes, and he looks at me. He goes, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" And I'm like, I look around and I see a lot of organizations that I worked with, because I've been in the nonprofit sector for over 15 years, and I've worked for amazing organizations, and a lot of them kept the relationship that I built, which I appreciate. But it was just like, when is my turn? So I told them, I was like, I think it's like, I'm frustrated because like it's not my organization. And he was like, well, what you want to do about it? And I was like,
So
well,
tenías esa intranquilidad.
Yeah.
since for 17 years.
Wow.
Because I registered the name 17 years ago.
What?
Yes.
Look at that.
It's bound to happen.
And yeah, I mean, I knew I just did it. Like, I have a great support system with friends. I have amazing, strong women and mentors. But no one ever just took the time to listen and be like, how can I? And so he was like, what do you want to do about it? And I told him about my thought. I was like, I was wanting to do a nonprofit. And he was like, well, let's do it. And I was like, that easy?
What?
And he's like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I have the name. And he was like, well, figure out if the name's still good, if it hasn't been taken. And by the time we got back to Hartford, I already had someone working on getting the name back. It wasn't taken. We started as an LLC, and we hit the floor running even as an LLC. And we started doing events from like November to December. And then January came, and I was like looking around to see if who can help us become a 501c. I was like, that's the way. We need to get funding. We could do more mass work in that aspect. And, a lot of people were willing to help, but that came with a cost and a time frame. And I was like, wait, if I could read, I could write.
And
And-
there we go.
And yeah, he's like, check out the application. And I did. I completed the application. I submitted it on January 7th. And in 2 weeks, we got our 501c. And they retroed it back to the day
Wow.
we file. And we were able to seal Visionary Youth CT Inc. And it's been a blessing in disguise since. And it's been supportive. There's been up and downs because
Always.
it's two people with a good vision.
Yeah.
But still two different perspectives.
Of course.
Mhm.
And we've managed to overcome that. Our mission is basically to provide community programming to the Hartford region, and provide resources to young adults from 13 to 25. We have 5 pillars. We have positive youth development, workforce readiness, trauma-informed care, restorative justice, and our favorite, we're faith-based. And
Nice.
so
Very important.
Really
it
important.
is. And even though we work with young adults from 13 to 25, everyone's like, that's a large demographic.
Yeah.
Those 5 pillars can be taught in every age, because we have the 13 to 17. They still need life skills. They still need to learn how to do their resume.
Absolutely.
But once you turn 18, people think you're an adult. Vete
Right.
a trabajar, go get an
Right.
apartment, but they don't
Mhm.
even know how to fill out an apartment
life
application.
skills.
They don't know the difference between credit cards.
Yeah.
For those young adults coming out of incarceration, they don't know how to get a pardon. They don't know their rights. So it's like all those pillars help any age bracket you're
Okay.
in. And so that's why we kept it that broad.
Okay.
The curriculums, we built our own curriculums. We facilitate our own curriculums.
Okay.
But we are really big in collaboration. We've had the honors to collaborate with Interval House, CRT, Klingsburg, Connecticut Food Share. We also have a strong board, small but mighty.
Yeah.
We have individuals from CREC, Connecticut Food Share, Hartford Public Schools,
Nice.
Imagineers, and even a domestic violence expertise, and an attorney who's joining our board soon.
Really?
So it's a lot in
Yeah.
a short period of time.
I mean, that age gap, the 18 to 25,
5.
very important
It's
ages
very
in
essential.
your
Yeah.
your life.
Absolutely.
You know that I would say that's probably one of the age where you're just starting to fork off and
Correct.
deciding major decisions for your future.
Right.
You
And
know, so
cognitively and developmentally, your brain's not developed till you're 25.
yeah,
So you're technically an adolescent. And people are like, oh, well, you can go to the army at 18. You can't even get a rental until you're 25.
I know,
Make it make sense.
I know.
And, and even as Latinos, like, we're like, once I hit 18, my
Yeah.
dad's like, you graduated, vete a trabajar. And I'm like,
Hey.
okay.
Mhm.
Hey,
I started my,
bien contento.
yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
all I wanted from you, for
Yeah.
you to finish high school, lo hiciste.
Ajá.
And that's nothing wrong. That's just
Yeah.
how they were raised.
Yup,
That's just the
tradition.
culture.
Right.
Tradition.
And and I did that,
Sí.
but I became an adult learner at 30. I started college at 30. That was 13 years ago. Multiple degrees later, here I am.
I want to talk about that
What do you want to talk
because I
about?
have read that
Yeah.
throughout. Well, I've known you for over 20 years. I knew Veronica when she was,
So you,
doing her.
so you used to babysit her?
No,
No, not that. Not that.
She's not that old
Not
to
that old.
babysit me.
Pero no, not because of that. She was a teenager, right? You were a
Right.
teenager,
Yeah.
and she was in the
Pageant world.
Parada Puertorriqueña de Hartford. She was in the pageant, and I
Oh,
was involved in that many years ago, and that's how I met her. And then we've just kept in touch
Look
through
at that.
Facebook. That's why
That's
I tell you.
crazy.
That's why I love Facebook.
Full circle.
full circle, baby.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So through the years and just recently, I've seen all the wonderful things she's done and how she has prepared herself. So I know we're talking to a very strong and strong-willed woman right here,
Hey,
and she has goals, and nobody's stopping.
he's locked in.
Yeah.
Nobody's stopping.
They both locked in.
So-
Look at he
Absolutely,
like. How about me?
absolutely.
Right,
I
right,
don't
right.
know him that much. But we're gonna talk.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Once he gets
we
started,
gonna.
he's drinking
Everybody.
his gasoline right there.
Right, right. Let's go. Like Daddy Yankee.
That's right. That's right.
La
That's right. That's
gasolina.
right. We like to mention Benito too. But
Every show over here.
I saw
Very
him last
nice.
year.
Yeah,
in
we
Puerto
gotta
Rico.
put a little streak of Benito in the bottom, like a little.
I'm gonna make it to Benito's
Yeah.
concert.
I did last year.
He's watching. He's
I
watching.
did
He,
last
he,
year.
he
It was
watching.
beautiful.
Shout out.
Yes. Tell us all you've done, because it's just amazing.
Well,
Before you start, if someone like me, right? Because I know you know a little bit of what was going on, but somebody like me, I purposely didn't want to
mhm.
know about it, so I have these questions that probably the audience has.
Yes.
So, where do people find you? Where is there a physical location?
So we are
Is-
currently hybrid, meaning we are remote. We meet our young adults or young youth wherever they're at. So if we do our intake, we will go to you, whether it's the library, your home, wherever you're
That's
comfortable.
big.
They can find us on all social media platforms,
Okay.
Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. You can send us a DM. I literally respond instantly. Our email also is visionaryyouthllc@gmail.com. And always, I give my phone number to everybody.
Yeah.
860-553-7281.
There you go.
Or you can reach him at 860-881-9132.
My kind of people right here.
I mean, it's human connection. That's what we need. And after 2020, I feel like it's very necessary, especially nowadays, because things are
100%.
different.
Yes.
The youth we're working with is not the ones
Oh,
from back in the
I'm
day.
so glad you said that.
It's a completely mindset, a completely different generation, and that's why we keep up our social media, because we know how important that is. And
Yeah.
we know how many youth we can get
Yeah.
connect with that. in that
Yeah, of
aspect.
course.
So in the education field, how did you prepare?
In education, so I started college at 30, and I like to tell this story because I was working at my first nonprofit, which is Compass Peace Builders. I respect and hold them dear. I was there about 5 to 6 years as a program coordinator. In my first season of graduation, I asked one of my youth, "What college you going to?" I was all excited. And
Yeah.
he looked at me and goes, "Miss, I ain't going to college. You didn't go." I was like, "You chucked me there." By the end of that week, I was registered at Springfield College.
Oh,
Hey.
instant
Hey.
inspiration.
I mean,
Right.
yeah, I mean, you with young adults and kids, you gotta be authentic. You gotta be
Yeah,
real,
you
because
gotta
they're
be
gonna call
real,
you out.
yeah.
And I got called out.
And sometimes that's what we need. We need
Exactly.
we need a direct check, a wake up call. The same thing happened to me.
Yeah.
The same thing happened to me.
And so I started at Springfield College. I have a bachelor's in human services. I have a master's in organizational development from
Wow.
Springfield College. I have a master's in psychology and applied behavior analysis from Capella University, and currently fighting hard to finish my my PhD in organizational development and nonprofit sector.
PhD.
Apaga el fuego, ese. Apaga.
No,
You
no.
put
El fuego
more
está allá.
leña on
Viene
that
para acá.
fire.
Yeah, Paul, you need to,
Fire.
you need to,
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
to brush that shoulder off
Yeah.
one time. Good for you.
Yeah, thank
Good for
you.
you. Keep it going.
This
Keep it going.
And yeah.
woman con W mayúscula.
Yeah.
Que sepan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of people be like, "You must love school," and not really.
Yeah.
it's unfortunately, I've experienced one too many times walking into venues and people seeing the curly hair, seeing me, and they assume that I am either not educated or I am someone from the street, even though I can be dressed professionally.
Uh-huh.
And with your acronyms at the end of your name, they don't know that when you introduce yourself. I'm not Veronica Hui, master in this. I don't do that.
Mhm.
And so I've been basically, I don't want to say discriminated, but the reality it is, because of how I look. So I figured, if I get that doctor in front of Veronica, ain't nobody gonna question me.
Whoa.
Nah, we after that we standing up.
Yeah.
We saying like this after that. We
Dr.
might have to
Lewis.
say like this after that.
Mhm.
You
That's
know what I
right.
mean?
You're gonna get her a little crown.
You're right.
Mhm.
Well, good for you.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
has it sunk in yet? All your
No.
achievements.
No.
And I think a part of that is because there's still lots to be done.
Yes, but as transparent as we are to our adults, I'm gonna be transparent to you. There's a lot of imposter syndrome that I'm still overcoming.
Yeah.
Just because, again, it's like when you walk into rooms, even though I know I belong there, it still's like I'll just sit back and I'll hear people, "I've done this," and I'm looking at them.
Mhm.
And if I just spill out what I've done, and when you work in a nonprofit sector, it's not for accolades, It's not for
No, no,
acknowledgement.
no, no.
It's for the work. Well,
Yeah.
my
The
purpose,
mission.
my mission is to
Yep.
do that. And so just to see a young adult that I've worked with 15 years
Mhm.
later running up to me like, "Hey, Miss, you remember me?" That's all the acknowledgement. that I
Right,
need.
right.
But it hasn't sunken in. The only moment that I do remember that I hold dear to my heart was my bachelor's degree, because I used to be on call 24 hours because we did crisis response, and my program was in the weekend. So I would go to school in the morning, work at night, and if there was any shootings or anything, I would have to wake up, bring my kids to my parents, and go to work. And when after graduation, I crossed stage. My friends were all there, and my son was there, and he had to be, I'm gonna say 10. He's 19. I'm about to be 20 next week.
Oh, I guess.
Wow.
And he came up to me with flowers, and he was like, "I understand why you were home, mom." And to this day,
That's it. That's all you need. I've always said that. I
Yeah.
say that to young mothers. If I can give an advice to young mothers and who work alongside me or with me or for the company, I say that. Be strict, be consistent, follow through on what you say. If you say you're going to be punished for this when we get home, don't forget when you get home.
oh my
Right.
kids know.
Follow through, right, Edwin?
Yep.
And you don't have to be their friends 24/7.
Absolutely.
They're going to be mad at you,
Oh yeah.
but there's going to be one day. It could be 25, 30, or 40. One day, you're going to get it. You're going to get that reward in
Yep.
words.
Yep.
My kids, both of them, I have my 19-year-old. He's signing up for the Navy. He should be leaving next month.
Good for them.
And my daughter, fun fact, well, full circle. So I was Miss Puerto Rico 2003, I think it was. And 20 years later, my daughter was Miss Preteen Puerto Rico.
Wow.
So it was like a full circle.
Wow.
But I will say they're night and day. I understand why they say boys are mommy's boys, because my son is,
That's funny.
he's my baby, and
Yeah,
my daughter's
yeah.
like, "You just love him more because he's a boy." And I'm like, "No, it's because you're too much. You're expensive. You give me headaches. I haven't dyed my hair in 3 years because all the grays. It's like that's straight up my
It's a
daughter.
mood point.
That's awesome. So, what is the long-term
Goal
goal?
for Visionary Youth. Well,
Yeah.
is to be fully funded, obviously, to find a home, a venue, a place, but to be able to continue providing these resources for the next 5 to 10, 20 years. I just want this legacy to continue
Yeah.
the work. This literally came off of a dream and a support, us working as hard as we work is like, everybody's like, "You're everywhere," and it's we gotta market, we gotta recruit, and I really believe that we're put on this earth by God is
Oh, sure.
to change,
Absolutely.
and that's
We all
our
have a
purpose.
purpose.
And I feel like community service is mine.
You found yours.
I found my purpose. It's always been my dream. I just, not to say I didn't have the support, but I didn't have no one to step up, and then to find someone to be like, "I got you. Let's do this."
Yeah.
And I have to give him a lot of credit for that. He created our logo, our merch. Like, that's
Very nice logo.
his realm. And,
Yeah.
it's like, we're like the yin and the yang. And, like,
Yeah.
I start the conversation, he'll finish
That's
it. And it's,
Yeah.
it's where we're at.
That's exciting. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
put Paul on the hot seat real
Yeah,
quick.
His
I
turn.
was gonna do it.
His
too.
turn.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
do it.
Go ahead.
So, where did you come in? Where do you vision this going? What's your role in this whole
Dream.
yeah.
Right. My name is Paul Caraballo. I'm born and raised in Hartford. This all started with one day at I was gonna say Parkville. That's where I met Veronica.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
a year ago, and last week was a year. So
Just
a
a
year
year ago?
ago. Correct.
Yeah, we tell
What?
people that, and everybody's like, "We thought y'all known each other forever."
For
Like
real.
20.
Yeah, no, it's
Right.
a year.
Y'all got like married chemistry.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is that we know so many people,
But we
Yeah.
never knew
but
each
we
other.
never. She
I,
knew my
Get
sister
outta
before.
here.
I was on CICD on the board with his
Uh-huh.
sister 15 years ago.
What?
Never met him.
Right.
Y'all crossed paths and you didn't even know it.
Didn't
Right.
even know it.
It's in God's
That's
time.
crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, unlike her, she's been in the nonprofit sector for 15 plus years. Me, in another hand, I just look at it like we're both doing the same work, but I never worked in a nonprofit or anything, any aspect like that. But I always like to give back, even when I had my son. And, he used to go to the Boys and Girls Club. And
Mhm.
that's
Oh,
where
yeah.
my passion started, to give back to the kids and the youth. And that's where I started to enjoy, stop doing what I'm doing
Yeah.
and deal with the youth. And,
Yeah.
when they had basketball games, baseball games, and my son being a part of that, and just seeing the joy that my son was having. And it also gave me gratitude of bringing them there. And also, a good friend of mine was the director at the Boys and Girls Club. And pretty much, I seen how the kids liked him. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. And it just started of me voluntarily just going to Boys and Girls Club, helping them out with basketball games, football games. At the end of that, win or lose, at the end of the day, we teach the kids that win or lose, you guys are still winners at the end of the day. And we ended up taking them out to eat pizza and just, having them enjoy themselves with other youth, and me getting to know what they're about and them getting to know what I'm about.
Sure. Sure. And it's good to see like an opposite of Veronica,
Correct.
in you, right?
Right.
Because you bring something else to the table.
Correct.
I'm sure there's teenager boys that are, looking up to you and
Right.
looking for some guidance,
Right.
things that they can't get from Veronica, or they probably can't relate to Veronica, and
Right.
and you're there, and that's a blessing. And
Right.
and because of people like you is the reason why someone can have a better future, and
Right.
that's amazing.
Or change their
Just
lives
doing
in some
the
kind of way.
absolutely,
Right.
just put in the hard work,
Right.
so that's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, and that's, like she said, it came one time when we was doing the Thanksgiving drive. And she was like, I seen her kind of happy because she was doing it, but at the same time she was discouraged.
Something
And
was
I'm
missing.
like, yes. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? And she was like, sometimes one day I would like to have my own
Yeah.
organization and
Sure.
do what I did for someone else.
Were you
And
thinking the same thing?
These connections, yes.
Yeah.
And these connections that I've built, and and this was her passion.
Yeah.
So that just ignited something in me when I was younger too. It brought me back to when I was bringing my son to the Boys and Girls Club.
Gotcha.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
let's
It
make
brought
a
you back
difference.
to your happy place.
Right. Let's make this happen. Let's spark, she sparked that interest back in me.
Yeah.
So that's how everything started. And it was just like, what do we need? And she was kind of tight and stuff like that, so she was like, funding will help. And I'm like, okay, so let's go. Like, that's not an issue,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And we just started from that event. And then we just, like I said, everybody know us in different realms, but at the same time we still have that support, and we know the same people.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, you're getting that support and I'm getting the same support, so let's just merge.
That's awesome.
And we merged, and everything has been, like she said, everything is not fine and dandy, but it does work out. It irons
Yeah.
itself out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I try to put everything before God, and this is where I said that funding is not an issue. Sometimes it is, but at the end of the
It could
day,
be a
I'm not
challenge.
looking at that,
No.
because
You can't.
this is what we're here for.
The
We're
bigger
supposed
picture.
to help someone else. It says it in the
Right.
Bible, help
Yeah.
your brother and
Yeah,
sister,
of
you know?
course.
So I just look at it like, and I was born and raised in church. You know, my mom took me to church when I was a little boy. And, you know, during that course, I slipped out of church and doing things that I wasn't supposed to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, my son, when I had my son, he kind of kept me on that right path, but at the same time, I'm still doing
Right.
what I'm not supposed to be
Right.
doing.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I'm a child of God, so God always protected me.
That's
He
right.
always gave me that covering.
Amen to that.
So yeah, and now you know I've let whatever I did before. I'm not gonna let that hold me down. But when I came out of prison, you know, I got educated on how to get my pardon and how to start my life, and that was a big weight that took things off of me. Because now, when I got my pardon, and plenty other doors started opening. Not saying that God didn't open those doors for me,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, you got to do your footwork
You
too.
have to exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
you got to do your
Exactly.
footwork too. So you know, once that happened, and that happened because you know at the last day and when I was in jail, I was like, I gotta stop this. It's a revolving door, and then at the same time, I'm putting my mom through stuff that she taught me better,
Hmm.
and
Of course.
you know, I hit that brick wall where I was like, I need to change.
Yeah.
And when I came home, I changed, and you know, God opened. You know, I served Him, and He started opening doors, and that was one thing that started was getting my pardon. You know, some you by the law, you have to wait like depending on the crime, 10 years for you to submit. So I was like, I'm gonna risk it, and I tried it at 7 years, and I got granted. And that's
Wow.
the doors started to
Amen.
open up for me, better jobs,
There
you
you
know,
go.
and when it comes to a youth, I could be that example,
Of
and I could
course.
let them know you haven't been through something that I haven't been through.
Hmm.
You know, you name it, I've done it,
Right. You can
so
relate.
I
You can
can relate.
understand.
Yeah.
It's not
And
just
So
I feel
instead of
you.
doing
It's a real
this,
feel you.
this is what you can do.
right,
Right.
or if you do that,
This is what's
This
gonna
is what's
this
happen.
gonna
is
This
what's
is
happen.
gonna
gonna happen.
happen. But you still, it still is a way.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know when you come out of jail, it's like a lot of jobs don't want to hire you
Yeah.
because of the record.
Right.
So you have to either pick, either I'm gonna work at this $15 hour job, bust my butt, or I can go back to what I was doing.
Yeah.
But if you stay to your true to yourself and you keep struggling and you keep that effort that you're gonna put in, you're gonna reap the benefits from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
everything doesn't last forever. So, and you know, that's what I try to instill in them and let them know that it's gonna be a lot of things that's you not gonna get, but you gotta fight for it,
Of
fight for what
course.
you want,
Of course.
Absolutely.
and
Of
that's what
course.
I did. So you know, when it comes to that, I don't mind helping because
No.
I've been there,
Yeah.
you know, and I know the struggle.
Well, good. That sounds great. I got a two-part question for you.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh,
Uh,
he's
Pitch it
stepping
out.
up his
I'm not
game.
trying
He's
to
stepping
cause.
up his
it up.
game.
I'm
You
not
was
trying to
doing
cause
one
no
at a
static.
time. He's doing
Yeah.
two.
Not the
I'll do
way.
it too.
He's a boxer.
We ain't
Two
gonna put a
part
double
question.
hitter.
Yeah.
He's a boxer.
Hopefully you don't miss it because you're a Red Sox
chocolate.
fan.
All
I'm just
right, here we
saying.
go.
Don't
Hey,
get struck
yeah,
by
shots
it.
fired. Shots fired.
Okay.
Shots fired. All right, Paul.
Yes, sir.
When did you know that this is what you wanted to do? There was a point in your life when you said, "This is what I want to
You
do."
deviated.
Sec,
The point that he
the sec,
deviated, but when was the
yep,
point that
when
you?
that you wanted to do this. Second part, when did you know that you wanted to do it with Veronica?
Okay.
Good
First,
question.
first part was when we did our third event. Our first event was the turkey dinner boxes. Our second event was adopting elderlies. Our third event was giving kids gifts for Three Kings Day.
Ooh, that's
Love for Jesus.
nice.
So
love
I
King
did
Jose.
that before
Mm-hmm.
when I was in a motorcycle club, and this is something that they didn't know how to use in a community. So all this, like I said, I already had this in me. I was just in the wrong situation and the wrong
Not
thing.
wrong.
Not wrong, but still, because it wasn't a bad motorcycle club. But now it benefits me because I'm out in the community,
Sure.
not doing it for recognition
Right.
of the motorcycle club.
Mm-hmm.
So and that was one thing that I started with CICD. I partnered up with Sammy Vega, and we started collecting toys for the kids during the motorcycle drive. But now it's different because when we did it, I seen more of a loving and more of a family orientated aspect of it,
Yeah.
not just giving them a toy and
Taking pictures.
right, and taking pictures. Now it's like
It
more
was a
of
real.
the
It
heart.
was a real feeling there.
Yes,
Exactly.
more. It was more of a
It's
feeling,
genuine.
more of a heart,
Yeah.
and that was really sparked my sparked me to start doing more.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Of course.
the 2-part question, the
Yeah.
other
most
when I
important
wanted to
part.
do with
She,
her,
like she
Right.
picking her dance. She like, I want to hear this.
and it was because, like I said, when I met her in Parkville and I
Mhm.
seen her passion, and it's like, okay, if she's been in a nonprofit for 15 plus years and she's been doing this, and I have the same passion, then let me join with someone that's gonna uplift me, get me better, and that's what happened. And now we uplift each other.
That's
We
awesome.
we bounce ideas off of each other. At first, like she said, it wasn't easy because we were both leaders.
Yeah.
But being a part of a leader, you also have to learn how to listen and follow.
Of course.
So I have to step back a little bit and take, what she
Yeah.
been through and what she's been doing mostly all her life. So with that being said, that's when I'm like, okay, this is how you do it. Okay, boom.
Yeah.
Now let me throw my part and let's see. Like I said, we bounce ideas off of each other.
Yep.
So some ideas I think is good, and she knocks them down. Like, no, that's not the way to approach it. But
Uh-huh.
some ideas she have, and I'll be like, nah, I ain't feeling
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So just like you want me to
Yeah,
bow
yeah,
down,
yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
bow down
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That's how I
It's
work
a
this out. Huh?
right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a two-way street.
You ever throw anything like, I don't care about all the accolades.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah.
I'm Mrs. Decorated.
Right. So I'll be like, yo, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
that's you. That's
Yeah.
you. You about the community. I don't really care. I'm just want to do the work. But she brings me down. She brings me
I
down,
got
and
you. I
she's
got
like,
you. But you guys always pull each other back.
right.
You know,
Well,
like,
one
on second thought, I guess you were
I
right.
guess
Well,
so.
one thing that he also did, so I started my church journey in September. My best friend took me to 180 Live, and I was going with her. Last summer was a challenging summer, and then 2026, wasn't as easy, health reasons and stuff like that. But like I didn't feel like I was getting what I needed in church in a sense. And one thing that I like, and he utilized his skill sets on me as an adult with guiding me and providing me resources in the faith based aspect. He's not like, oh, well, come to my church or go do this class or go do that class.
Right.
He did not do that in any aspect. He's like, well, the semester starting in my church around here. These are classes I've taken. This is what helped me in my journey. You can check it out if you want. No pressure, no nothing. So I was like, okay. And then I started one of the Bible studies that, I started the first class at his church and I liked it. And then the Bible study teacher there happened to be someone from the community that I know, and she was amazing. So like I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing this, which helped me. And then he's like, hey, they're gonna do a baptism these days. There's some close, there's some in the fall. Whenever just check it out.
Yeah.
It was informational.
Right.
Again, he didn't force it, and in a way, I was I was also observing because I wanted to see how would he handle a youth if he's doing this with an adult. And I ended up getting baptized in May 17th at Crossroads,
Nice.
and I finished my first semester for the Next Step program in Bible study, and so even now it's not like, oh, you should be still going to this church, and it's still
Right.
open. But like if I have questions, because I always have questions, he knows that.
Mhm.
It's the door's open to have those conversations, and it continues showing me like that I can trust, like the organization can trust his leadership, especially in this area of his expertise. You know, when like he said, like just because he doesn't have the nonprofit experience, still as a partner, you want to make sure that that individual is still leading by example because that's very important.
And he comes with his own
It's
experience
exactly
and
his own lived
yeah,
experience, which is
because there's
important.
things that he has gone through that you haven't,
Absolutely.
and you can't teach that.
I
Right.
cannot. And like we already have pointed out, these young adults need someone like that because
Right.
they're gonna call
100%.
you out. And
Absolutely.
so seeing that, all right, he's still rough in the edges, and that's okay
Yeah.
because that's who he is.
Authentic.
Absolutely. It just made me even more comfortable to know that I am doing it with the right person. Because at the end of the day, we may have our differences, but our differences are coming from passion, from our purpose. It's not malicious in any way. We're not harming each other in any way. It's literally just us figuring this out.
Yeah, yeah.
And complimenting
Yeah.
each other.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
and supporting each other
Correct.
because there's gonna be differences.
Absolutely.
Oh, all the time.
All the
We know that.
All the time.
There's gonna be differences.
All the time.
There's no one can take that away.
Right.
But the real blessing is to be able to work through them.
Correct.
Absolutely. And also understand that there is a difference between personal and professional. And
Right.
and even if you're working in an organization, you have family members or friends or anything like that, making sure that there's a clear understanding that whatever happens personally should never affect professionally.
Correct.
And always understanding that, and I'm a big, so again, we're yin and yang, we're the complete opposite. He leads by action, and that's great. He's minimum with words. And I'm the one who's like always asking questions, always checking in, me reassurance. So
Perfect.
like
The
that's
yin and the yang.
absolutely. So that's where I always check in. Are we good here? Are we good here?
Right.
You know
Did
what I
you do
mean?
this? Did you do that?
Yeah,
What
like
if? What
or
if?
yeah, and or it's like if personally there's a little rift, like are we still good for this? Because at the end of the day, personally, people come and go, and that's something that
Right.
is realistic. But as long as there's still respect there,
Mm-hmm.
we never want what happens personally to affect professionally, because at the end of the day, what we're doing is above us. It's we're here for a reason.
It's a calling.
It's a calling, and
Mhm.
that's something that I think overall is one thing we've done our best to do, is to make sure that Visionary Youth is on top, regardless of how many times he says he doesn't care. I know he does.
Absolutely.
And again, those are learning skills that we have to still learn from
Of
each other.
course.
Mhm.
Right.
Because again, it's Visionary Youth is a baby, and so are we to each other.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Learning
You
as
men-
we go.
You mentioned that eventually, because oye, poco a poco,
Sí.
despacito.
Yes.
All
Okay,
right.
Daddy Yankee.
Yeah, that's right. You're gonna get, and you will get a location where you can make all these dreams come true, reality, serve as you want to serve God and the youth. What would be the ideal place? What is your vision of the perfect location?
To be honest with you, you want to go?
You can go up and back.
Okay. I would love a space where it's on the bus line, obviously, but I wouldn't mind being in the community. You know what I mean? It could be on Park Street. I want it in a space where young adults feel safe, where we can provide safety, all our resources and all our programming, but more importantly, provide those resources that are needed. Also, be able in the future provide emergency sheltering, all that wraparound services, and even close to a church. you know,
Nice.
just to be able, again, to support them and guide them. We don't push religion, and I make that clear. We are faith-based,
Yeah.
but no matter what religion you are, we're here to support and guide. If you need to learn where there's a temple or a church or whatever you
Or
call
a
it,
particular one.
yeah, you know, we'll do that research for you. That's the support we can provide
Absolutely.
you. You know, and Paul going to school for that. That'll be his lead on that.
Mhm.
But I think just again, I don't think the location matters. It's just like they say, the home is where everyone's at. So the location per se, it's not a big deal for me. It's what we're gonna be providing them under that roof.
Anything else you want to add on that?
I think that primarily, I think Hartford would be a good
Oh, yeah.
location because this is
Mhm.
where we're from. We know everything from there.
Mhm.
The community know us. We know the community. We know, like I said, when I was younger, I got into things that I wasn't supposed to get
So the
into.
need is there.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
know what the youth needs and what they go through. Like, I know
Mhm.
how it is to argue with your mother, leave the house, go smoke a joint or go smoke a blunt, go drinking, and
I
do
never
what
did that,
you're
right?
supposed to do.
And
The
boosted.
wrong crowd.
Look
Yes,
at his face.
do with the wrong
Te
crowd.
mentirando.
He said, I never did that.
You know, so it's
Never
like,
argue with you.
like I said, I know, like you cannot tell me you're doing something, or you cannot tell me something that I have not done,
Mhm.
and I can't either guide you or talk you out of it or give you a positive advice,
Give you advice. Exactly. A real advice.
a real advice.
Because it comes from experience.
Correct.
But in the meantime, that doesn't mean we don't host our events.
Oh, I've seen events.
Right.
That's what we want to talk about.
Yeah, so like Paul said, in January we hosted our first annual Three Kings.
I love Three Kings.
We had 3 kings in the community. We had our first king was Curtis Rodriguez Porter from Crack. We had Luis Rodriguez Porter from Connecticut Food Share, and then we had Jada Maldonado from me. He's my son.
Ah.
He was a step in.
I know someone that can be a Three King.
Oh, we'll be looking. We'll be looking soon.
We were looking for that in a couple months.
You would be looking soon.
Couple months.
Keep the beard and
Hey.
everything.
Exactly.
I'm ready to go.
Like she said, we not only that we help the youth, but our own youth,
Okay.
our own kids. They're
And they see this.
right. They're walking just like
Beside
we're
us.
walking. So it's like we're not just out here promoting Visionary Youth and
Yeah.
helping every other
You're not-
family,
you're
but we're
just
helping
not
our own
talking the talk.
families. Right. We're
And
helping
then-
our own families as
Oh, yeah.
well.
Then we did another workshop. We did a summer youth employment preparation workshop,
Nice.
which we had over 20 youth and over 10 parents come over, and we basically prepared them for summer youth employment. You know,
Nice.
I've worked at OPP where we get all tiers 1 through 3, and some worked, some didn't, and I felt like, again, without them knowing, I wanted to collaborate and get as many kids as possible prepared to make it the transition easier for them. So we did financial literacy. We had American Eagle there. They did an amazing presentation.
Oh, that's awesome.
We talked about resume building. We talked about dressing for success, showing them what is expected,
Right.
Right.
but then also showing them what they can utilize in their own
Yeah.
wardrobe.
Yeah.
You know, making
Yeah.
it fashionable for them.
And the interview process?
We talked about the interviewing process. We talked about calling out. We did it was a great workshop. It was about almost 2 hours.
Nice.
And that was in June, and June is also Men's Mental Health Month. And we did our Men's Mental Health panel. We had 4 amazing pillars from our community. We had a pastor, we had someone that worked for the state of Connecticut, someone that had a nonprofit, and another individual who also works in community work, and Paul was the moderator. And that was the most vulnerable and transparent panel I've ever attended. It was amazing to see these individuals, including Paul, like be so vulnerable. Like
Yeah.
tears were shed.
Men usually
Yeah.
are not.
Yeah, tears were shed. Advice was given,
Yeah.
and it was like I feel like one of my favorite events.
Yeah. I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. This is the question I was just about to ask you. I saw right in the panel, trauma informed care.
Yeah.
So like coming from this society, we grew up in a different
Mhm.
society.
Mhm.
You and I definitely grew up in a different society.
They call me old.
So now is a little different. Well, it's a lot different. There's a lot of depression going around and anxiety, and take a pill for this, and I'm gonna be stuck on this all day.
Right.
You know, I'm not getting the one-on-ones. I'm not getting the advice and the life lessons. Where does a kid, or not even a kid, a young adult, 13 to 25, take the first step to getting help for maybe this guidance of all this trauma that has already been done, and they just don't know where to go next?
So just reach out to us on our social media platforms, and in our intake, we'll sit down and basically.
You say that very calmly, like this is, you have a lot of experience in this happening.
I'm trained in trauma informed
Like
care. Yes.
people have reached out already with
Yeah.
the same. So don't be
yes.
feeling like you're the only one that's
Right.
like, oh, I'm not
Right.
going over there
No.
because I might be the first one.
No, and
Well-
even the parents too. Please reach out if you feel like you need that support for your kids to get those resources. Seriously,
Because
reach
they
out.
don't reach out.
Exactly. We are here to give that information. I
That is
literally,
great.
the second I get the ding, the second I get the email, the second I get the DM, whatever it is, even the phone call, I respond. If it's a male and the mom's asking for advice, I send it over to him, because again, you know, gender is a big difference. But the reality is, I think it doesn't matter what environment you've grown up in. And unfortunately, with City of Hartford, there's vicarious trauma everywhere.
Right.
Watching the news, your friend, you know, just got shot. Your friend just got beat up in school. That's vicarious trauma. Your body observes that. And so you have to find techniques to not let you affect you. Make sure that, you know, anxiety is a factor. How to take deep breaths, walk on some grass, how to meditate, find ways to calm yourself down, whether it's listening to music, writing it down,
That's a big
talking
one.
to someone.
That's
Yeah.
a big one.
Music therapy and it's so
It
crucial.
is.
It all starts, at the end of the day, it all starts with you.
Mm.
Because if you don't know the problem, you can't let no one else know
Help you.
Ooh.
what the problem is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So if you don't step up for yourself, then no one is going to know.
Yeah.
You're just going to keep hindering and putting that in yourself. And like Veronica said, there's trauma everywhere. One day your friend might get shot. One day you might get beat up. One day you see your cousin die. Another day, everything all builds up. So if you don't,
Like a balloon.
yes, it's
And
like
then
a
you
balloon.
explode.
If you don't step up for yourself, no one else is gonna step up,
Yeah. Yeah.
because you're the one that's going through it.
So you
Yeah.
have to identify it, be true to
course.
yourself,
Right.
Self-reflect.
express.
And
Yeah.
and most of nowadays everybody want to result in drugs.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when the drugs wear off,
Mm-hmm.
you still have that problem.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
not
can
the
go
solution.
get high, you could go get drunk,
Right.
and
That's
that's gonna even
Make it worse.
make it worse. It's gonna be
it's
a
gonna add to
snowball
your-
effect,
yeah.
because
Well,
now
another problem.
Yeah.
you say you're drunk, and this is going on.
Right.
So now you're gonna act out,
Right. Or
And
you
now
crashed the whip drunk. Now you
and
got
now
another
you're
problem.
right now you're just made that
Right.
mental thing into a physical thing, because now you're acting out.
I get it. Yo, don't drive drunk, y'all.
Right.
That's why they got Uber.
Yeah, right. Get an Uber. Get
Say
that.
hi to a few
And if you
people
feeling
here.
fancy, get that black Uber. You heard?
And we have Carla,
Do you have
my
questions
friend
there?
Carla. No, I don't have questions. No.
No questions.
No
No
questions,
questions.
no questions.
Okay.
I have Carla, I have Lucy, Dilly,
Pero esta gente está durmiendo ahí.
¿Están durmiendo?
Titi Rosa's here.
Hola,
she always
Titi
joins.
Rosa.
She always from Florida. She always joins.
Okay.
Pero, where,
I
y,
like
la, y la
Florida.
pregunta para esta
Karen.
gente.
Clearwater is my best spot in
Anita.
Florida.
Yeah, Clearwater, nice.
That's beautiful.
I took him for his birthday.
My son
Clearwater,
lives in
nice.
Tampa. My second son.
Yeah.
My
My
close
aunt and my
friend.
cousin live in Kissimmee, and every time I go, Clearwater for me.
My good friend who's down here, she tends to vacation in Connecticut now because she moved to Florida. She lives in Tampa. And another close friend of mine lives in Port Richey. Don't know where's
Yeah.
that. So
Oh.
she's
Heard
out
about
there.
that.
Yeah. Somewhere in Florida.
Yeah, but I got places to go in Florida. That's all that matters.
Right.
Right.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Right.
Florida's
I
like
have
Puerto Rico for
3
us.
siblings, 1 madrina, which is Titi Rosa, and my son. So
Okay.
I have
And-
quite a
and
few
your sister.
options.
Shout out to Titi Nancy.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Titi Nancy, Tio Roberto, and Tio Edwin. Pensacola,
We coming, Titi
St.
Nancy.
Cloud, Orlando, Jacksonville.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, I got
Yes, ma'am.
my aunt's in Orlando and my cousin, Packy in Orlando. I got a few places in Florida. Now think about it.
Mhm.
So no
Saludos a
questions?
todos. No
Oh, wait,
questions. So,
man.
but they're all gonna come up when we remember
Yeah.
our YouTube channel. This is gonna be on YouTube.
Yes.
They're gonna share it.
Yes.
Yes.
We're gonna share it.
We
Ask
need
your questions there.
But here's
any questions in the
something.
comments.
Maybe
Some
you have a
questions
good
now.
question. This Saturday, July 25th.
And that's what we came. That's what we want to talk
We
about.
are hosting a job fair at the Hartford
Ooh.
Public Library Park Street branch. Shout out to them. They've been holding our events. They've been so
Nice.
great with us.
Hartford
the
Public
heart
Library.
of the city.
Of course. So we are on Park Street on July 25th, Saturday from 11:30 to 1:30. We have everyone from Connecticut Food Share. We have Hartford Police Department's going to be there. The Navy's going to be there. American Job Center's going to be there. We have Sina's going to be there and much more. And they're going to do on-spot interviews. Our table will be printing out resumes for you. So if you need someone to help you with your resume, I will be there. Paul will be there at our computers to help them print out and keep it moving so you can get that interview that you need.
Would this logo be there?
Absolutely.
If you forget their faces, look for the logo.
Right.
We're always
And what
wearing our
and what
merch
time?
from 11:30 to 1:30.
11:30
to 1:30.
to 1:30, and that's gonna be in 603 Park Street in Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
We just did all the work for you, so you do your part and show up.
That's all you
Absolutely.
have to do is
That's
show
right.
up.
Yeah,
Just show
so-
up. I mean, young people.
Ages
Doesn't
18 and
matter.
over. It doesn't matter. I mean,
Doesn't
you know,
matter.
if you're
Doesn't
matter. Need a
17,
job?
come down.
It doesn't. It doesn't work. It doesn't matter. You can be 50 years old.
Yeah,
You
just
need
show
a
up.
job. We got the resources.
Listen, I know,
Turn 50.
And you turn
I know. I'm gonna do this before you go.
Thank goodness.
50.
A little older than that. Just a little.
I'm gonna do this before. I know you guys don't do this stuff, but my wife and my fiance and I, we have a nonprofit. That's another episode
Okay.
because it's about you guys today. But we know how difficult it is
Yes.
for funding,
Yes.
so
Right.
I'm gonna do this with your blessing. They have
Our Cash App code.
a Cash App code right there. So if you whatever, $5, $1, whatever you can, just help them out. So because funding is not great.
Or they
That's
could,
the logo right there.
or they
So
could
the
just go
Cash
right
App will
onto
have that.
our social media platform
Yeah.
to find
There you go.
The
the
QR
cash,
code.
There you
cash
go.
app and all our
I
information.
appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And
Oh, yeah.
again, you know, like Paul said, you know, we're here. God put us here to do the work. We're not worrying about the funding. It's gonna show up when it needs to.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, in the meantime,
Right.
we
That's it.
still doing our part, and that's all that matters. And you know, we're gonna still be giving out those resources. If you want to collaborate, any vendors,
Vendors,
employers,
right.
resource people want to attend, it's free to be a part of
Yeah.
our job fair on Saturday. Just
Yes.
reach out, send me a text, a logo, and you'll get a table. We
That's
want to
it.
get as many people out there to collaborate, to employ our young adults, and continue that.
Yeah, yeah.
I got one more question. This is probably the toughest one for each of you. We got how much time we got? We got 4 minutes.
Okay.
So
Oh, we got time. We
Yeah.
got time.
we'll keep it a little bit brief. So
Alright.
like that.
I don't know about me, pero también.
Yeah.
No problem.
Answer and answer it the best way you can. What would you tell your 12-year-old self about you right now?
Oh, you're gonna get me emotional.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you have to get emotional, if you have to pass it to Paul, but
I'm gonna pass that one to Paul. I'll go after.
you'll go after. Okay.
I would say that my 12-year-old self, I wish I would have done things different, but at the end of the day, whatever journey it takes you, you learn from it. So by me learning what I've done in the past, it still brought me back what God is calling me to do.
Amen to that.
So
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. That's great news.
Respect.
I would tell my 12-year-old self, stay present. Stay present in the moment. Believe in yourself. And it's gonna be okay. That age was a rough year for me.
Yeah.
So, that 12-year-old me, just keep pushing. Things are gonna be okay. But yeah,
That's
You
a
did
good
pay attention to
that's
her.
a good message.
You did pay attention to her.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Still healing her too.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
That's good. We're all there.
Yeah.
You know, one day at a time. We go
Yeah.
through our stuff, and it's a good message to always stay positive. And you guys are doing a phenomenal job with what you guys are doing.
I feel so blessed.
Yeah, I feel like I did some of that work, and I didn't do anything. I just been sitting here asking questions.
You've been showing your
I
legs the
feel-
whole time.
yeah, I know, right?
Leg
I got-
following,
yeah, I'm gonna show him my Cash App so y'all can pay
Right.
Bingo cash.
So whatever he gets, he's gonna
Yeah.
send it over to
That's
us.
right. He's gonna do a fundraiser.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
his
Right,
leg. We're gonna do a
fundraiser.
fundraiser. Just so
Right.
you guys know.
Yeah, hey,
Um,
thank
no.
you guys so much.
No,
for
no,
I
but-
can't even thank
yeah.
them enough. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know. I
it's-
don't know that I have words to thank.
It's
At the end of the
amazing
day,
to hear what you
This is
guys gone
beautiful.
through.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like we can't determine our journey. God already wrote that journey for us.
Amen.
So whatever you go through, you're gonna end up where God wants you to end up.
Yes. Yes.
So
Well said, brother.
Absolutely.
But again, thank you for giving
Yeah.
us this platform
No,
and allowing
thank-
us to be your first guest.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's
Right.
I
and
know.
that's in the most viewed episode,
I said,
I'm
hey,
sure.
Right.
hey, that's a big first guess right
First.
there.
Mhm.
first
Oh,
and
let's go
outside.
Paris.
Oh, hi, Ed.
No questions, but great
Cheers.
show. The best. You're
Um,
right. Absolutely right. No questions, but great show. I am, I said, blessed. I see beautiful things. All I see, everything that I see, beautiful.
Not to cut you off,
No, go
but we
ahead.
like to do something to people that give us the opportunity not only to talk but to collaborate with us, and so we made the certificate
Oh man.
in appreciation to Wanda and Edwin for interviewing the co-founders of Visionary Youth on July 22nd and for providing a platform to share our nonprofit mission, vision, and impact with the community. Your support and commitment to uplifting organizations that make a difference differences are sincerely appreciated.
Oh man, you're gonna make me cry now.
Yeah.
I don't want to cry.
That's
over
I know.
this.
That is very
Did
thoughtful.
did you guys see that at your 12 years old?
No.
No.
Getting
We
a
didn't think we were
certificate?
gonna get a certificate
No.
for having guests talk about such a positive.
Oh my God, this is
That
beautiful. Thank you so
awesome.
much.
We genuinely
Thank
appreciate
Yeah, thank you guys.
anyone
That's
and
awesome.
everyone that
Right.
takes the opportunity to collaborate with us, to listen to us.
Right. It's just a little token that we
Yeah,
give
that's
those.
And
you
I
guys
had
are.
I had expressed before doing all this that I wanted to.
Yes.
You know, I know I reached. I know you're busy. I know I had reached out before this idea to her to see, because I was so active in the community back
Yes, she
then,
was.
and in the last 10 years, it's almost going to be 10 years since I've been back in Connecticut. I have not been as active, but I know that's my calling too.
It is.
Right.
Just like you guys, and
Right.
that's my happy place.
You just need
Giving.
something to spark
Exactly.
you back up.
Yep.
You have sparked me.
Oh.
That's it.
So I want to be part. I'm almost sure I can speak for Edwin too. So in any way that we can help,
Goes unsaid for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
appreciate
we are
that.
there.
We're a phone call away.
One
you.
king.
Now I know where you live.
Yeah.
My mother's
Right.
last name is Reyes.
Right.
So
There
he
you
can,
go.
he can
And he's
be
a
the-
Ruiz.
And I'm
Uh-huh.
a Ruiz.
And you're
You know what I'm
Ruiz.
saying?
That's right.
You know, that's
You know
like
what I'm
probably my
saying?
third cousin
That's
from what
it.
I know.
That's
Exactly.
it.
You know,
Yeah.
Gurabo,
So-
Yabacoya,
You
You
guys are
already
stuck
know.
with us. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just want to let
Definitely.
you know.
As
Yeah.
long as we stuck with good people,
That's all
yeah.
that
that's all that
We're here.
matters.
We'll help in whatever way we can.
I
Yes.
appreciate
Yeah, thank
that.
you
So
so much.
thank you for everybody who joined us.
Yes, thank you.
Do go to our YouTube channel. We're going to have
Please.
this. Veronica and Paul are also going to have it in their platforms for everybody to know about all the great things that they do in God's name, and their job fair this Saturday. If you are watching this prior to Saturday, July 25th, at Hartford Public Library on Park Street in Hartford. So, muchas gracias a todos. Gracias a ustedes.
Muchas gracias a ustedes.
Bendiciones sobre
Bendiciones
ustedes
Yeah.
también,
siempre.
gracias.
Thank
you
you
so
for
much.
watching us. Have a good night. I hope you enjoyed this wonderful show, Vida en Spanglish.